Hold your head up, it's kasi sa spigile. The time is now today. Kuzoba mnandi, the feeling's getting stronger. The world is yours to play. It's the 100%.
Hello, me, it's Sebentin, and welcome, a warm welcome to every one of you. Give yourself a round of applause. Welcome to you, Etekwini. This is the 100% show where we give you 100% talk for you, 100% real people. My name is bebethi, and as always, we have absolutely awesome guests. We only give you the best here on the 100%. But before we go any further, I'm not going to continue without thanking a few people that made this day what it is. I would love to give a huge thank you to this lady. She's absolutely amazing. She really is just wonderful. Do Confidence Designs. You know, she is the one that kitted me out with this beautiful sweater. You can find her at number 3 Marine Walk at Ushaka Marine World. I'd love to give a huge shout out to Isimodeni Creations. These earrings make this outfit. They really complete my look. Isimodeni Creations, she is available on all social media platforms. She will custom make your jewelry, but she does have other items for sale as well. I would love to give a huge shout out to Tech, whom without which the sound extraordinaire-ness would not have happened. So thank you very much to Tech. I would like to thank the lady who made me look as better as I do right now. Her name is Mzobe. Please do find her on my social media platforms. She will hook you up. I'd love to give a shout out to Artistic Soul Agency. They are just the agency that does everything of the graphic, of the design, of the media, everything. And where we are today, we are at Durban Art Gallery. So I'd love to give a special mention to Durban Art Gallery. They have a wonderful couple of exhibitions happening right now. Young, black, talented artists that are doing amazing things in eThekwini. So I'd love to thank just the whole team. You guys are rockers. But as I said, I promised you an amazing guest today. Right. Now this guy, well, some of them have dubbed him a living legend. Really, at a very young age, he's done extremely well in the hip hop space. He really is a pioneer. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and help me welcome, with a warm welcome, Mr. Zakwe. I'm good. I am extremely honored. Yeah. Please take a seat.
Thank you so
much. We need to talk. We need to do the things. This is Zakwe, everybody.
Yes. So why did you go with just with the last name of the stage name?
Yeah, I think for me it's part of being real to the fullest. Because we put it as people doors and doors. Nowadays you find people that also say we must have done doors, but we don't must have never
And from the whole production, which production did you grow up in?
Tomorrow was just not me.
Yes!
Tomorrow was just not me. I see what my show now today. And I'm putting a pin. I said that I'm going to pin if you're going to sing.
So when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Yeah.
Right. So from a young age, did you just do basically from a hip hop singer? Or tell us that story, how did that happen?
To be honest, I don't think I remember when the calling came through, you know, because Ugrepa Mikale 2003, 2002. But the love for hip hop, I think it's way beyond that. So there's no speciality in the Ocean.
Okay. Why?
Because they just love very more hip hop, which one was you know. You know, so me and hip hop, you know, because there's a difference between rap music and hip hop.
And take us through the
Yeah, basically, rap is a subgenre within the hip hop culture. So within hip hop, there's 7 elements where there's rapping, there's graffiti, there's b-boying, there's DJing. You know what I mean? So part of hip hop mean I do rap.
With that, I was actually wondering something. So it's not necessary to have a beat to rap.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Nah, you don't have to. But if you're saying you're doing rap, that means there has to be a rhythm and there has to be poetry.
You, exactly. What are you in it for? What was that initial love that you had for rap?
Yeah. For me, I've always been a person who's more like your dear Dolly type of guy. You know?
Okay.
So my one's anything.
Dear Zakwe.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the billion, I just pen my thoughts, you know what I
I
mean?
see.
Until I realized, I can pen my thoughts because I thought maybe one thing, Pali novel. I just saw that it doesn't excite me that much until ngifaka rhymes
Sure,
corner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stanza, because it is poetry. But in terms of understand ukuthi hayi kahle kahle lento engiyenzayo
It's
ngayibeka
actually
in a rap form, you know.
sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, no wonder your lyrics are so packed.
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah. We can't always be giving knowledge, but at the end of the day, people should hold us accountable of whatever we say on
Definitely.
songs. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
If you tell us that you have money and you have women,
Where is the
prove
money?
it. You know what I mean?
Where are the women? Yes.
You know, yeah, man. So that's what I always tell people. Like the moment you listen to something and then be like, okay, now I'm listening to you. Whatever I've written, if I mute the beat and speak it to you, it should make sense.
Tell me about the homecoming.
The Homecoming is actually a show that is dedicated to Guamash, where I come from, you know. I feel like there's a lot that can be done in terms of nurturing talent. The day before the events, we hold a seminar for you to understand the corner. Rap itself, mostly it's about hip hop, although it's busy nabanya bafowethu bakwamanye ama-genres. So it's more like a show, a kulisa, Umash, not just Umash, but Durban as a whole.
So is it anything similar to Tsotsi by Nature?
Tsotsi by Nature is the movement.
Okay, all right.
So
No, tell us
the Homecoming
more
is
about
a show. Tsotsi by Nature is a movement that we formed because hip hop works much better if you belong to a certain entourage. When you get out there, you need to represent something. So Tsotsi by Nature is a movement. We have a studio where they come through and record for free. We have producers there, you know what I mean? I don't want to label ourselves as a record label, but we're out there to make sure to come in, and then their success must be kumile thina kuyasijabulisa ngaphakathi, because
That's
I'm a type of
amazing.
person ojatshulisa ukubona omunye umuntu ejabule, you know.
Sure. And I mean, speaking of that, so how do you personally feel about the rap, the rap space in Durban?
The scene right now,
Yes.
I'm very excited about the level of where hip hop is as a culture. Hence, I talked about the house DJs and other guys who are now
Also sampling.
You know what I mean?
know?
But
Hip-hop
the
culture,
sneakers and whatnot, you know. So I'm not excited about the rap part of hip hop.
Tell me
you know,
more. Yes,
reason being, like I said, I feel like people are now getting into hip hop because they be like, and hip hop and you don't have to do what sells, you need to sell what you do, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So,
Wait, please repeat that.
Everybody should know that you must sell what you do, don't sell what is happening right now, you know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of people who are not really rappers, but they're rapping because they have to make ends meet.
You know, many people, especially many rappers, many young people are relocating.
Yeah.
You know, they're leaving the city.
Yeah.
What do you foresee, Yabon, as the future of rap eThekwini, and how can we just really get young people to stay here? What's missing for them to make it here?
I think Durban or KZN is quite there. Very hard to compare KZN with Joburg because Joburg is the hub of SA as a whole. So if you compare KZN, you should compare them with the Western Cape and whatnot.
Yes.
And if you do that, I believe we're doing very well. I mean, so get to Joburg, abantu sebekwazi, make an impact la ukhona, you know. So yeah, man, that's what we did. That's what Abo Zulu Boy did, because Zulu Boy got signed Corner Light Center. You know, I got signed outside of City Hall, Corner Light.
And so you're never going to relocate, it seems. That's what I'm hearing.
For me, I just want to prove to everyone that we can make it.
Right.
Corner Light, you know what I mean? Abotira did it. Zex Banduni has a house here.
But rap as a music form.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about its evolution from the beginning? And what do you foresee in future?
I think it's very strong, given the fact that there's a lot of things you can speak about in rap. R&B has one concept, which is love, you know what I mean? And then gospel has one concept, which is God. But in hip hop and rap, you can talk about istatulo and make a full song about it. You know, I don't see hip hop dying, especially because the sound keeps on growing.
So, what would you say your biggest song was? And let us know why you think that was the biggest song.
The biggest song thus far for me, I believe it's Batting at Home. It broke a lot of boundaries, you know. The song made us sell gold, you know what I mean? Yangena go top 10 go Kozi FM, Makuhwanisa unyaka. It was the first time for hip hop to be there.
And can you just give us the chorus of that song? Yeah, let's just get bebethi.
Bathi ngiyachoma, hayisho ngiyababona, bapampisa amakhanda kodwa makudlala le ngoma.
No, it was such a cool song. It was such a cool song.
Before that, it was just mixtapes. The first mixtape was Headlines in 07. 08, I released another one titled The Red Tape. 09, it was a double disc titled Street Music. And then in 2011, I released the album that had Batting
Sure, yeah. And so in terms of distribution of mixtapes, are they distributed with the same channels?
Nowadays, there's internet, you know, so you can just drop it for free.
And so, but why do you feel so passionate about uplifting young hip hop people? Number one. Number two, what are some of the names? Just drop a few names of some of the people that have gone through your fingers.
I don't want to see it that way, that people went through my fingers. I just put in a hand. The few guys that I've worked with Duncan, I've worked with Musiholic, I worked with K Master, Arne, XYs. There's a lot of guys.
And just your recent amazingness was the summer. The summer win, for best remix. How did you feel about that?
I felt very blessed, you know, because aside from the fact that I feel like it's a gift from the guys who passed on Pro Kid and Double HP, you know, I feel like it was the only award that I haven't won in SA.
You're actually quite young, but you're very mature though for your age. So what would you say attributes to that maturity?
Hey, for me, I think it's knowing what you want in life, you know, and positioning yourself. Ukuthi ngayitshela ngisano 16 ukuthi mina maze ethi 30 ngifuna impilo yami ibisila. And then hence must feel the hip hop culture. Those abantu bethi man, I don't believe that I'm a man when it comes to the age. I come from a family of teachers. But ubaba uthe ukufunda ke ngoba usezona ama doctorate amabili. Nathi siyafisa ukuthi sifike lapho, but not academically, you know, I'm talented because everyone,
definitely. So who are you outside of the music?
Mina ngindodha ethandela umculo, you know, ethandela ukuvakashela ama-outs, sihlalele, you know, I'm a family guy. I have 2 children.
2 beautiful children.
I'm very excited to see them excited for me, you know, because when we're out there, it ends up not just being about you, it's about where you come from.
And so initially, how did they feel about your career choice?
Initially, it was bad because you know, so it was very hard for them to accept because ngesikhathi ngifunda duty ngiyakhumbula nje ithama lihamba liyokhokhela esikoleni kufika kuthiwa no exam ila kwase kufike khona i-hip hop ngavaya ngayijozi sayohlala kaQuesta for like 2 years. I think from then onwards, I realized, no, kahle, I have to make it now. You know, it's not a hobby.
They changed their minds now, though.
Like now, they're like, go to studio. After hip hop shows, I do some Ngaba here in Durban. Lawa Costa, no Zulu Boy, no Tudaka, no LUS.
Hey, but how can you not go to those shows?
You know, so from a distance. Like I always tell people, just go to a hip hop show, not to perform, just to watch and learn.
No, that's good advice because another thing I was going to say is we've actually got some young aspiring hip hop people here today. But you were also with our that's it. And so where in hip hop, what level do you want to reach? Are there levels?
I think it's every rapper's dream to do a collab on abafowethu asabethe ukuthi abafowethu njengo Eminem njalo njalo.
I see.
It might seem impossible, but I believe it's very possible.
What is the thing?
Abo Nas, abo Jay-Z. But right now I want to take my music to Africa, you know.
So how do you feel about these young hip hop people that I don't know, as soon as they start doing hip hop, their whole demeanor changes, even their accent?
I think it depends how real you are to that. I mean, personally, I wouldn't listen to that, but I can't speak for everyone.
So in the near future, what are you doing? Where can we expect to see you?
Right now we're working on something that is very discreet, but I'd let the viewers know. On a short film with a guy called Motion Billy.
Wow.
But the short film will be based in Alpa Mekebisa. And I want it to be very authentic. I want it to be very different.
And so how do we get a hold of you on the socials? Can we give you a phone call?
Yeah, you can give me a call, man. On Twitter, it's at Zakwe SA. On Facebook, it's just Zakwe. And then on Instagram, it's at Zakwe SA. Yabafowethu abangasithola kwi by Nature. On Instagram, it's by Nature. On Facebook, it's by Nature. And people should just get ready for MPK is working on something. XYZ is working on his mixtape.
Okay.
And then Umzulu just did a song with Umondli Ngobo.
Today has been absolutely amazing.
Same here.
Thank you so very much, Zakwe, everybody. So thank you so very much, Zakwe, for joining us today. It has been absolutely amazing, amazing. Thank you to everyone who came today, and thank you, our viewers. This has been the 100% Talk, where we give you all the time 100% talk for 100% real people. And my name is Tebeka Vilani, and remember, I love you so much, but the one who loves you more is God.